The top 10 most successful romance films of all time. Romance films come in all shapes and sizes. Some are light-hearted romantic comedies and some are much more serious heartbreaking romance dramas. Most of them will make you cry, and for the makers of them, tears of happiness, as some of them made a ton of money. 10. The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 1, 2011, gross earnings, $281.28 million. At last, Bella, Kristen Stewart, and Edward, Robert Pattinson, are getting married. When Jacob, Taylor Lautner, finds out that Bella wants to spend her honeymoon as a human, he is horrified, for Edward's passion could accidentally kill her. Bella does indeed survive her honeymoon, but a new complication arises when she discovers that she's pregnant and the child is growing at an alarming rate. The pregnancy sets the wolves against Bella and Edward, but Jacob vows to protect his friend. 9. The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2, 2012, gross earnings, $292.30 million. Bella, Kristen Stewart, awakes as a vampire from her life-threatening labor, and her newborn daughter, Renesmee, proves to be very special indeed. While Bella adjusts to her new state of being, Renesmee experiences accelerated growth. When the Volturi learn of the baby's existence, they declare her to be an abomination and sentence the Cullens to death. Bella, Edward, Robert Pattinson, and the rest of the clan seek help from allies around the world to protect their family. 8. The Twilight Saga, New Moon, 2009, gross earnings, $296.62 million. After the abrupt departure of Edward, Robert Pattinson, her vampire love, Bella, Kristen Stewart, finds comfort in her deepening friendship with Jacob Black, Taylor Lautner. However, Bella's loyalties are put to the test as she becomes drawn into the world of werewolves, ancient enemies of vampires. 7. The Twilight Saga, Eclipse, 2010, gross earnings, $300.52 million. Danger once again surrounds Bella, Kristen Stewart, as a string of mysterious killings terrorizes Seattle and a malicious vampire continues her infernal quest for revenge. Amid the tumult, Bella must choose between her love for Edward, Robert Pattinson, and her friendship with Jacob, Taylor Lautner, knowing that her decision may ignite the long-simmering feud between vampire and werewolf. 6. Forrest Gump, 1994, gross earnings, $329.69 million. Slow-witted Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks, has never thought of himself as disadvantaged, and thanks to his supportive mother, Sally Field, he leads anything but a restricted life. Whether dominating on the gridiron as a college football star, fighting in Vietnam, or captaining a shrimp boat, Forrest inspires people with his childlike optimism. But one person Forrest cares about most may be the most difficult to save his childhood love, the sweet but troubled Jenny, Robin Wright. 5. Deadpool, 2016, gross earnings, $363.02 million. Wade Wilson, Ryan Reynolds, is a former Special Forces operative who now works as a mercenary. His world comes crashing down when evil scientist Ajax, Ed Skrein, tortures, disfigures, and transforms him into Deadpool. The rogue experiment leaves Deadpool with accelerated healing powers and a twisted sense of humor. With help from mutant allies Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Brianna Hildebrand, Deadpool uses his new skills to hunt down the man who nearly destroyed his life. For Shrek 2, 2004, gross earnings, $436.47 million. After returning from their honeymoon and showing home movies to their friends, Shrek and Fiona learn that her parents have heard that she has married her true love and wish to invite him to their kingdom, called Far Far Away. The catch is, Fiona's parents are unaware of the curse that struck their daughter and have assumed she married Prince Charming, not a 700-pound ogre with horrible hygiene and a talking donkey pal. 3 La Belle et la Bête, 1946, gross earnings, $503.69 million. The story of a gentle-hearted beast in love with a simple and beautiful girl. She is drawn to the repellent but strangely fascinating beast, who tests her fidelity by giving her a key, telling her that if she doesn't return it to him by a specific time, he will die of grief. She is unable to return the key on time, but it is revealed that the beast is the genuinely handsome one. A simple tale of tragic love that turns into a surreal vision of death, desire, and beauty. 2 Beauty and the Beast, 2017, gross earnings, $503.97 million. Belle, Emma Watson, a bright, beautiful and independent young woman, is taken prisoner by a beast, Dan Stevens, in its castle. Despite her fears, she befriends the castle's enchanted staff and learns to look beyond the beast's hideous exterior, allowing her to One Titanic, 1997, gross earnings, $658.67 million. James Cameron's Titanic is an epic, action-packed romance set against the ill-fated maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic, the pride and joy of the White Star Line and, at the time, the largest moving object ever built. She was the most luxurious liner of her era, the ship of dreams which ultimately carried over 1,500 people to their death in the ice-cold waters of the North Atlantic in the early hours of April 15, 1912. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.